Chief Medical Officer for Ascension River District Hospital. I'm speaking to you on behalf of the hundreds of outstanding physicians, associates, and volunteers who provide personalized, compassionate, high-quality health care at our beautiful hospital on South River Road. We've been proudly serving this community for more than 50 years. Even more important, we plan to continue serving this community for a long time to come. Always remember that we are here when you need us, 24 hours a day, right here, right now, today, and in the future. During the coronavirus pandemic we are currently living through, Ascension River District Hospital, our associates, and the Ascension, Michigan family in large are appreciative of the opportunity to sponsor our local sports teams and the live presentation of these events by CTV Cable Channel 6.
Welcome to another CTV Sports presentation. CTV Sports is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy Buick GMC. We care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank, North Star, guiding the way. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware. And by CTV, Community TV for Marine City and St. Clair.
Good evening, Mariner football fans. Craig Zimmerman, Jesse LeBoon here from East China Stadium on a Friday night. And we have the Tars from Detroit Denby High School here, Jesse. District title on the line.
A little rematch from 2 years ago, eh, Craig?
Yep. We got the starting offense and defense here. The Mariners, or the Tars won the toss and deferred, so the Mariners will start off on offense tonight. For the offensive side of the ball at the end positions tonight, number 81, junior Matt Simons, and number 4, sophomore Anthony Ruffino. At the tackles, number 77, junior Carter Ames, and number 73, junior Kyle Smallstick. The guards tonight, number 68, senior Derek Schlottman, and number 66, Leo Pastoria. Center tonight, number 67, senior Ben Simons. And the backfield for the hometown Mariners will be halfback, sophomore, number 26, Zach Tetler. Fullback, senior, number 3, Anthony Rensel. Halfback, number 1, junior Charles Tiger. And rounding out the Mariner offense will be number 8, sophomore quarterback, Jeffrey Heslop.
Starting defense for the Mariners tonight, defensive end, Derek Schlottman, senior, number 68. Defensive tackle, Leo Pastoria, 66, also a senior. Defensive tackle, Brock Osterlin, number 34, a sophomore. Defensive tackle, Luke Pastoria, number 54, also a senior. And defensive end, Jacob Hincharik, number 9, a junior. At the linebacker positions tonight, you've got Mason and Wyatt Walker, number 10 and 21, senior and junior respectively. The corner positions for the Mariners in defense, you've got number 1, Charles Tigert, a junior. Number 17, Tyan Nelson, a junior. And at the safety positions, you've got Caden Chapman, number 20, a junior, and a safety, Anthony Rensel, number 3, also a senior.
Mariner coaching staff, of course, the head coach, Darren Letson, Dave Frent, the defensive coordinator, linebacker and ends coach, Andy Shield, Jim Heslop. Defensive line is Tony Scarcelli and Dave Osterlin. Offensive line is Bill Nesbitt and Tim Lolito. Quarterbacks coach, Brendan Kay. And the strength and conditioning coach, John Kretschmar. Coach Letson there talking to his offense, getting ready for kickoff here. About a minute to go before kickoff. Pretty awesome night for football, Jesse.
Boy, it's beautiful out here. Not much wind, nice and cool. Boy, we've really been lucky this fall weather here in this football season.
39 degrees and clear.
Even though we're pushed back a week, technically.
Yep. This will be the district title game tonight. Winner goes on to play the winner of Corona and Frankenmuth.
Also playing tonight. Maybe we'll get some. Maybe we'll get some score updates on that throughout the game. A little bit different field conditions than 2 years ago. Hey, Craig?
Yeah. Yeah.
We had to shovel 3-4 inches of snow, maybe even more of that, to clear the field. This field doesn't melt. It's insulated, obviously. So when it snowed 2 years ago, it just didn't melt. So the Mariner Nation showed up in force, bringing their own snow shovels, and we were able to clear the field in about, I think, just under an hour.
Kicker for the Tars, number 5, Dwight Houston. Couldn't have made it any worse for spotters or fans or parents white numbers on white jerseys.
Yeah, that's tough. Watching film this week, I thought maybe the film we were watching was a scrimmage, but now seeing them here in person, I can see that it's just a white-on-white jersey.
Tigert, Kretschmar, and Tetler back for the Mariners.
They're going to kick it to him.
Starburst, here we go. Far side.
Far side, he gets through there.
Yep, there he goes. 50, 45.
Cut back
40, 35, 30, 25, 10, 5. Touchdown, another Mariner touchdown, and a kickoff.
Wow, what a way to start the game.
What about 75-yard return, and that again will make the highlights.
Jeez, you look at that replay, Craig, and credit again to that front 5 or 7. That play is called before the ball's even kicked. And they thought they were kicking it to the one side, going to pin them.
Watch a replay here.
Excellent execution by the Mariners.
Look at that. Did a nice job watching his blockers as well.
Yeah, and just being patient, not running by those last couple blockers there on the end.
Zach Tetler on the return.
That's a good tone setter for the game, wouldn't you say?
Well, this has been talked about a lot in past weeks. I know that they talked about it on the podcast. Brady Beaton, who's doing the game live here for his podcast. Mariners going for 2 on this one.
They're missing a player, it looks like.
Tetler in for 2. 8-zip Mariners.
I think the Tars only had
12 seconds in.
Sorry, Craig. The Tars only had 10 people on the field. They were yelling to the sideline, I think a bit distracted. They were missing a player on defense and probably on that right side or left of your offense. And was able to go in for 2.
I was talking about on the podcast, they were talking about this. Mariners typically get really good field position because they're short kicks, but then the last couple weeks with these teams kicking to us, you're not going to see much more of that.
No, you pooch kick and you get, usually they get somewhat of a return, but like they talked on the podcast, hats off to Dennis Stuckey and Brady Beaton.
Yeah.
That's a good little football filler for the week while you're building up to Friday night. And they talked about the same thing. They said you either kick it deep to Marine City and run the risk of them running one back, or you pooch kick it and you give them excellent field position somewhere around the 40-yard line. And
short field. So Mariners will kick. 12 seconds off the clock, 8-point lead early on here. The Tars, we will not take them lightly. They were in the semifinals last year, and we beat them in a regional game the year before. Squib kick, bounces to about the 35. Up near midfield, going to be taken down just north of midfield around the 45-yard line. Good field position for the Tars.
Yeah, he carried about an extra 6 or 8 yards just carrying 3 or 4 would-be tacklers by the Mariners. So Tars will take over on their first offensive possession of the game just across midfield.
We're going to call it the 48-yard line. Malik Washington, the quarterback, number 12. Looks like he'll go from the shotgun. Got a wide out right, one left. Houston is to the near side. Trips near side, one to the right, one man in the backfield. Washington from the gun. Under pursuit. Behind the line of scrimmage. Give him a sack on that one.
Derek Schlotman.
Schlotman on the stop.
Is showing his speed again, tracking that quarterback down. There's nowhere for him to go. Why, it surprises me too, Craig. I don't know why you just don't throw that ball away. I mean, that's not very good presence of mind. Yeah, there's nothing there, but throw it out of bounds. You just,
Here's a replay. Look at him.
Well, you've set
quarterback
yourself up
saw him.
5-yard
loss. Throw it away.
Yep.
All you do is throw it out of bounds over there.
Yes, sir.
Bring up a 2nd and 15 from the 47-yard line. Ball now spotted on the opposite 47. Troy Williams in the backfield. Washington from the gun. Williams next to him to the right. Tripped up in the backfield. Loss of about 3 more. Schlotman got him again.
Yeah, behind the line of scrimmage. Just good penetration, able to scoop up the ball carrier's legs. There was nowhere for him to go.
I've said it time and time again, some of these defensive linemen are not huge kids, but the quickness is showing.
Absolutely.
3rd and 18 from the 44. Tars go a little bit backwards the first couple. Good crowd on hand tonight. Dressed in their layers from the 44-yard line. Williams again, the single back in the backfield, trips right, one left. Washington from the shotgun. Quick pass caught. Not going to go far, picks up about 5 on the play. You're going to bring it 4th and about 12 or 13.
Yeah, it was just a good little screen pass, trying to find a little weak spot in the defense. They were able to complete the pass, but didn't get anywhere near close to a first down.
Mason Walker on the stop. 4th and 13, they're saying, from the 49. Who do they send back? Is that? Looks like Charles Tigert, number 1.
Number 11 is a punter.
Darius Johnson, the kicker. Pointing to the white, false start offense. Bring a 4th and 18 from the 44.
It's not much rhythm yet for the Tars, Craig.
Right.
You know, you just see they just haven't settled down. They're missing a player. They give up a 2-point conversion. They have the opening kickoff kicked off. You know, run back on them. I mean,
gets the punt off, short, low, picked up. This time it'll be Rensel on the return, looking like a horse collar. Brandon Grimes on the stop. I think it'll put it up about 15 more.
yeah, the official was right on top of that, and that's so obvious. Even looking from afar, it just doesn't look like a a would-be tackle. Oh, they're calling it against Marine City.
Really? Okay.
They call it a clipping. I didn't see the call. I wasn't paying attention. My apologies.
Anyway, Mariners will take over
Hey.
1st and 10. Ball be spotted on the 27-yard line.
Mariner fans agree with us up here,
Yeah,
right?
3-man backfield for the Mariners. Near side. Up across the 30 to about the run out of bounds at about the 30. Charles Tigert on the carry. Give him about 5, maybe 6. Second and 4 from the 30. Same 3-man backfield. Heslop under center. Tetler. First down across the 35 to about the 36. Chains will move. Clock will stop for a second.
Got a flag on the play there. Face mask against the defense that
Was it
time.
5 or 15, did he say?
It's like a 15 they've
Across
announced on the PA
midfield,
here.
First down for the Mariners. Call that the 49-yard line, opening 5 minutes of the game here or so. Gives your offense a little bit of breathing room when you return one opening kickoff. 2-man
definitely-
backfield.
Definitely a good feeling.
Pass play. Caught. Nice spin move. Pick up about 3 on the play. That'll be Anthony Rensel on the catch. 2nd and 7.
Number 11 brought him down. Took a while to
Number 11 for
I think it's Johnson,
the
number
Tars.
10.
Yeah. White on white numbers are tough.
Special thank you to our spotter, Wayne Lepola. extra duty tonight for the spotters. Going to call it 2nd and 8 from the 47. Two-man backfield, got a slot left. Reverse handoff, right side, nice pickup, 40, 35, cut back about the 33-yard line. Charles Tigert on the carry. That one there was a lot of patience by Charles Tigert.
Yeah, I just waited for that hole to open up a little bit, and then once he got through that initial, the initial defenders tried that cutback, was chased down by the back.
Nice job by the right side of the offensive line as well. Kicked out, nice hole.
There he is, so he hits the edge, he's just patient, tries to dip back some of his blockers.
1st and 10 Mariners from the 32-yard line, three-man backfield. First guy through, Ruffino.
He's going to get
30,
the edge there.
25, going to go out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. Going to be close to a first down.
Yep, and number 8 was trying to tomahawk that ball out of his hand, and he did. He got it from the backside there, but ball went out of bounds. Marine City retains possession.
Yep, they're going to give him 9 yards on that carry. Be a 2nd and 1. From the 23-yard line. Slot right this time is Mason Walker. And Ruffino split out wide right. Oh, up the middle. Tigert inside the 10.
Oh, the ball came out.
Fumble?
Yep, and they have it. Looks like they're going to get tackled on the
well,
one.
The defense will pin them, or the offense will pin them. So turnover on the fumble, which would have been a 1st and goal, will now be a 1st and 10 from the 1 coming out.
Yeah, number 8
replay on this.
Troy Williams. Just came in, almost like he put his helmet right on there.
See what the American defense can do with the pinning here. Got 3 down linemen for the Mariners. Got a 2 wide out right, 1 left. Quarterback in the end zone in the shotgun position, Washington. Timeout. Denby, 6 and 15 left in the first. You see the score, 8-0 Mariners. CTV 6 game of the week. We could hear from a sponsor or two.
I'm Dr. Lee Bass, Chief Medical Officer for Ascension River District Hospital. I'm speaking to you on behalf of the hundreds of outstanding physicians, associates, and volunteers who provide personalized, compassionate, high-quality health care at our beautiful hospital on South River Road. We've been proudly serving this community for more than 50 years. Even more important, we plan to continue serving this community for a long time to come. Always remember that we are here when you need us, 24 hours a day, right here, right now, today, and in the future.
During the coronavirus pandemic we are currently living through, Ascension River District Hospital, our associates, and the Ascension, Michigan family in large are appreciative of the opportunity to sponsor our local sports teams and the live presentation of these events by CTV Cable Channel 6.
Here we go from the 2. Washington under center this time with a single back behind him, Williams. Keeper, nothing to go in there. Maybe a foot or two.
Yeah, initially it looked like that Marine City defensive line was able to push him backwards. He was able to gain a foot or so out of it.
2nd and 9 from the 3 for the Tars. Tars have quite a few big linemen for our size.
Height and weight, both to them.
Far side 11, or excuse me, far side 1, near side 11.
Hammond split out wide to the right, Johnson to the left. Washington under center. Oh boy, incomplete. He was in the end zone and there was somebody with a bead on him. Hurried. 3rd and long, 9.
Yeah, it was a hurried pass too, and I think had that ball been thrown accurately, it was definitely, his intended receiver was definitely open.
Yep.
But again, credit to the pursuers rushing that throw.
3rd and 9. They're going to get delay a game if they don't hurry up. Don't seem to be in much of a hurry.
I don't think that clock's going as fast as it had last week.
Right.
Last week.
Right.
Whew, it was quick.
Single man in the backfield, Washington under center. Keeper gets about 2 or 3.
Not quite enough
Gonna
for a first down.
Bring up 4th and about 6.
Washington QB keeper picked up a couple. 4th down and about 5.
4th and 5, they'll call it from the 7-yard line. There's not much you can do when you're pinned down there, creativity-wise, you know.
Nope. And that, you know, that punt that they had that last possession after their 3 and out, that's one of the better punts I've seen so far from this Tars team. So I would be surprised if we saw another decent one like this. It's not real consistent. Yeah. Number 11.
Johnson,
yep.
the kicker again. Halfway to the back of the end zone. A little bit low. What we got?
Oh, that back judge called it. Yep, it's going to be a delay game penalty.
Yeah. Pushing back another 3.
So now the all-important the snap, right?
Big time.
You better
yeah.
get it right. You snap it over top of his head.
Too.
Yep,
yeah.
Safety.
Fourth and 9 from the 4. Uh-oh. Fake.
Try a fake here. Intercept it. Oh.
There we go. They did the right thing. No, they did the right thing. No, he tried to bat it down.
Right.
Because they're going to take over 1st and goal from the 4.
Yeah.
Now I want to see the replay. Did that look like a planned play?
I think it did.
I mean, it looked like it. The way he didn't attempt to bring it down to that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was a planned play. He definitely had enough time to get that punt off.
Yeah. It was.
Yep.
Yeah. And they batted it down, so Mariners will take over 1st and goal. Never seen that before. That's a play I don't think we've ever seen.
Boy, even pin that deep too. You know what I mean? And this early in the game.
Right.
I mean, really, you're only down by 8, right? You're down by 1 touchdown.
Kick it.
Man, you talk about giving the opposing team short field position.
Tiger going to be close, going to be right around the goal line. They're going to say the 1-yard line. Pickup of 2 on the play.
10 brought him down.
Brought down by Darius
Johnson on the stop. Yeah, you kick it to the 40, 30 to 40-yard line. You at least make it.
You got something.
Yeah.
You just gave it to him on a 4-yard line. That's
it's as bad as a turnover.
Yeah, that's not a very good call.
2nd and goal from the 2. Tiger in from 2 yards out. 3:42 left, quarter number 1. 14-zip. Mariners on top. You're watching the game of the week on CTV6, Marine City, St. Clair. There's the replay. Nice job by the left side of the offensive line, building a hole there for Charles Tiger. Some very interesting statistics. This game here, the Mariners were able to 2-point conversion, caught, and it will be 16-zip. If the Mariners were able to win this game, I would bet there are not many Mariner fans that could guess. There's a good sideline look. Got Bruce on the camera on the sidelines. There he is.
That's a nice field of view right there.
Very good view. I don't think many Mariner fans could understand or come up with the number of playoff wins the Mariners have had. 49 playoff wins. Now, what makes that interesting is that when you look at the teams in the area and what their numbers are. So
try to compare that to some of the powerhouses,
yeah,
you know, the mental
state.
powerhouses. Yeah.
In the state.
In the state and the area.
Couple teams we don't see because they're in the thumb, but Harbor Beach has 33, Deckerville 31, Ubley 29. Okay, we haven't mentioned anybody that around here. Elmont 19, Marysville 18, and we've got 49. Croslex and Richmond 11. We're talking about that was touched. Picked up around the 38.
No. Oh, ball came out. They're going to try a backward lateral. It's calling it down.
Oh.
Okay.
We got lucky on that.
Okay.
That'll be 1st and 10 for the Tars at about the 40-yard line.
It did look like he was trying to give that ball up as he was going down, you know, so his knee must have went down and the referee called him down because it looked like he was trying to do some kind of a handoff or backward lateral.
So we're talking about all-time playoff wins. So Croslex and Richmond at 11, St. Clair at 10, Algonac 8, Capex 7, Port Huron 6, Port Huron Northern 4.
So that 50, or that 49, I should say, started, do you know how far back that was,
Well,
Craig?
I would say playoffs would go back to the mid to late 80s.
Yeah, 85.
Yeah.
In fact, I went back and looked myself today, and that was another tidbit of information they provided there on the weekly podcast. So
Two-man
it's interesting.
backfield, yep. We'll come back to that in a moment. Handoff going right side. Nice spin move. Going to pick up about 11 on the play.
First down for him.
It's Johnson on the carry. First down right at midfield. There's a replay. Nice spin move. From midfield, 1st and 10 Tars.
One still in the backfield.
This time we got Johnson coming on near side. Hammond in the backfield from the shotgun Washington. Pitch play going left near side. Bunch of black jerseys. Yep, they get him behind.
Swallowed right up.
Loss of about 4 back to. That'll be a loss of 5 back to the 45.
You know, and they've got some speed.
46.
If they can get that edge
Yeah.
and make it around that secondary, I mean, it's going to be a track meet to the end zone. But Mariners did a good job of containing there, turning them back inside. You saw him slow down, realize he wasn't going to get the edge, and you turn him back inside where you got lots of help. And that's a great tackle for a loss by the Mariner defense.
2nd and 14 from the 46-yard line. Hammond and Williams from the backfield. Lined up behind Washington from the shotgun. Up the gut. Fooled nobody.
Mason Walker did a good job of staying home there. Just didn't fall for the fake. Just waited for the ball runner to basically run into him. And
they're going to say line of scrimmage. That's Williams on the carry. 3rd and 14 from the 46. Coach Frent calling in his signals to his captain, Mason Walker, the senior, number 10. They did announce this afternoon that the MHSAA high school finals for the 11-man football will be at Ford Field.
Oh, really?
Yep. Got a wide out left in front of us and single man in the backfield. That man is Williams. Reverse. Up the middle, nothing. Loss of about 3 more. Wyatt Walker on the stop.
Not much traction they can get the Tars here. Look, we got a Tar down for an injury.
Ball be spotted at the 45, 4th and 15. We probably can go to a sponsor right about now.
MSHAA is open in the south end of St. Clair's Riverview Plaza. MSHAA, an artisan's experience, soon filled with over 40 unique artisans under one roof. Individual spaces with their own vibe, handmaids, pottery, French candies and jellies, Halloween, Christmas, candles, pottery. Walk through the halls of MSHAA and see the individual booths that everyone's talking about. MSHAA, an artisan's experience in the south end of the Riverview Plaza.
Deep for the Mariners. Charles Tiger lined up about the 30. Good snap. Ooh, almost got to it. Fair catching it. Charles Tiger at the 31-yard line. Mariners will take over 1st and 10.
A good punt by that time.
Yeah.
Good distance, good hang time, allowing his defenders to get down there and force the Mariners to make a fair catch.
As we talked about earlier, this team from Denby has had a good 3-season roll here, coming to a regional final here 2 years ago. Last year being beat by Frankenmuth in the semis. And here in a district final against the Mariners. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Got a wide out left, 2-man backfield, man in motion, Mason Walker. Extra blocker on the right side.
A couple out of that.
Yeah.
Tetler, number 26.
Brought him down.
I'm going to give him 3. Let's see. Give him
The end of 1. Green City 16.
2nd and 6. We're going to give him 4 on that one. At the end of 1, 16 zip. Mariners on top.
Ace Hardware in St. Clair is your local Ace Hardware store, and it's located on the west side of the Riverview Plaza in St. Clair. Ace Hardware in St. Clair now features Carhartt clothing, coats, pants, everything Carhartt. And look now, they also have the Big Green Egg, Weber grills, and of course, all the quality Ace products you've grown to know and trust. Paint, tools, keys, everything hardware. It's all at Ace Hardware on the west side of the Riverview Plaza in St. Clair.
St. Clair Chevrolet Buick GMC wants to welcome you back.
And we've taken all necessary precautions to keep our customers safe and comfortable.
Because we really do care in St. Clair.
Lease a Chevy Equinox for $268 a month.
Just sign and drive.
Or choose the all-new Buick Encore GX for $209 a month. Even lease a GMC Acadia, $229 a month.
And we'll deliver to your home or office. Plus, shop all our inventory online.
We are way closer than you think.
Renzel with a carry.
Renzel, a loss.
Brandon Grimes.
I'm sorry, we went.
Picked up about a yard over the 30 of 5.
That was a run play. Kind of got caught up behind the line of scrimmage. Take it down.
3rd and 5, pickup of a yard, actually. Third and 5 from the 36-yard line. Opening minute, 2nd quarter. Full house backfield. Heslip making a little change up. Pass play, he's got time, caught. Mason Walker, 1st down and then a couple more across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
What a great read there by Jeffrey. I think he saw something on this side, and he saw, Tetler was going out for the long pass. So you've got 2 options there, and Tetler almost got behind those 2 defensive backs. So by that doing them both biting on that, that makes that little flat pass open for Mason. Mariners pick up a nice 1st down.
Here we go. Charles Tiger up the gut. Give him about 4 or 5 more.
Mariners just keeping him off balance with the run pass. Good chunk plays. Well, you get 5-6 yards on that 1st down. That makes those next couple plays a little bit easier.
A little easier. Right about midfield here. 2nd and 6.
One to the far side.
Hand off this time. It's Rensel, right side, going to be a penalty marker down. Pick up about 7 on the play, but it looks like a marker in the backfield.
Yeah, 72 and 10 for the Tars got tangled up, so they're going to call holding on number 72 of the Mariners, back it up.
Bring up a second and about 15 or so. Second and 18 from the 38.
But the Mariners had a little bit of a deficit here.
Mason Walker split out wide to the near side in front of us. Charles Tigert slot right, coming in motion towards us. Tigert's got it up to midfield. Give him about 14 of those 18.
Oh, had a nice couple.
He made it look
cutbacks,
really
yeah.
easy.
He
Yeah.
did. It's all important cutbacks. You get into that secondary portion of the defense, and you get the whole flow going when you come back.
Yeah.
And if your defender, giving pursuit to the near sideline, it's awful hard to change direction.
Yeah. The offensive line also made it look real easy. 3rd and 5 makes it very manageable. Rensel and Tetler in the backfield. 26 Tetler, cross 45, run out of bounds at about the 44. Looks like it'll be a first down.
Yeah, did a good job of getting to the edge there. A little stiff arm, that extra yard, and maybe extra half a yard. Move the sticks for the Mariners.
1st and 10 from the 44. Tigers slot right. Tetler and Rensel in the backfield. Got a timeout. Marine City. 9:03 left in the half. Coach Darren Letson sees something either he doesn't like or something he wants to exploit.
Yeah. Mariners up 16-0 here.
Huddle with the offense there. Talked about those playoff wins. 49 is pretty monumental when you go across and you look at who has, 8, 9, 10. So this, if the Mariners are able to win tonight, this would be a 50th win in the playoffs.
So back in, in 85, so that would be Wargentine?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then it went to Saskavich, right?
Darrell Walker was in there.
Oh, was he in there?
Yep.
Okay. So
Yep.
Walker, Saskavich, Scarcelli, Glodich, and now Letson.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And it's sort of been a seamless transfer of power from Bob to Tony to Ron to Darren.
Yeah, and that's what they've talked about, just the consistency. And, in Bob and Tony will say, hear them tell stories. They say the same thing, to be in the same school, same teaching, it's just so consistent.
Yep. Tiger to slot left this time. Tetler Rensel in the backfield. Tiger in motion. Heslip rolling, throws. Boy, nice ball, nice ball. Pick of about 7 on the play.
A nice rollout pass there, Jeffrey. Just had to take a couple extra steps to get that defender out of his face, but, kept his shoulders square to his target. Nice piece of footwork.
Mason Walker on the catch. Look at him right there, wide open. But being wide open doesn't mean that the ball's going to get to him.
Right.
It's an excellent throw. They're going to give him 5, 2nd and 5. From the 39. Unbalanced left this time. First man.
Ball came out.
Who's got it? Looks like the white team is what I'm guessing. The
just
way
not
the
a very,
arms.
just not a very good transfer there.
Turnover
right
Marine City at the 40-yard line. 2nd turnover of the night by the Mariners.
Very uncharacteristic of the Mariners, wouldn't you say, Craig? Not something we've seen a whole bunch this year, or in years past, per se. It's the longest possession the Mariners. Well, let's see. We had 5, 6. There was 6. Yeah, so that was 7 plays on that one. So that was their longest offensive possession so far this game.
near side, 1 and 5 coming to the near side.
Hammond and Houston coming to the near side. Got 2 wide out left, 1 man in the backfield, Washington from the gun. I'm told it was Tim Carlson that was the coach of the Mariners in between.
Ooh, good pursuit.
Oh, nice pursuit, but throws it away. Caught.
Number 1.
Trying to deke the Mariners up around the 40. First down, Tars at about the 37-yard line. Jump ball.
Yeah, and almost on what was a broken play there for the Tars. Mariners had 3 good pressure pursuits in the backfield.
Yep.
He evaded another would-be tackler for the Mariners, and what we thought was throwing it away.
Replay. Good pursuit by the defense, and then he gets away. Jump ball. Pitch and catch on that one. First and 10 Tars from the 38-yard line. Freddie Windsor gave me that Tim Carlson tidbit. Tim Carlson was the coach between Jerry Workington and Bob Siskevich.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Fred, who's off tonight, watching CTV6. Washington from the gun, single man, got trips left. Pass play, caught. 35-30, taken out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Another first down.
Tars seem to have found a little something that's going to work for him here. A little flare pass, and let the running back get outside and see if they can gain any yards.
First and 10, 25-yard line, 2 right, 2 left. Washington from the shotgun, single back behind him. Pass play caught behind the line. Oh, incomplete. Intended that time for Houston.
Again, going back to what's working for him, little flare pass off to the side.
Special thank you to our unsung heroes in the booth tonight. Paul Dingeman, along with Troy Voigt, their director, Austin Barney on replay, Kenny Young, our senior camera operator, Dean Folletti on camera, Sam Tricomo on camera. Thank you to Jets Pizza, who gives the crew pizza all season long. Got 2 right, 2 left. Same formation for the Tars. Dropping back at time. No.
Pressure again.
Big time sack.
Mason Walker.
Along with Schlotman.
Boy, just got back there with just some speed. That half a second hesitation, whether to hang on to that ball or throw it, cost them a loss of yards there for the Tars.
The crew in the booth, obviously.
Man, they just ran right by that defensive line, too.
Yeah.
It's not like they weren't blocked. They just forced a hole, and once they got the edge, turned their shoulder and just gave pursuit of the quarterback.
The main man in the booth with Paul Dingeman is Bruce Holliday. Bruce has about 4 jobs during the week. Comes here, burns the midnight oil, getting ready, and he does a heck of a job. He's in the booth. He is running things. He is doing sideline camera.
Yeah, just not on game nights either. You'll see him here during the week getting cords ran, everything set up.
3rd and 17 from the 32 for the Tars. Oh, gets away, throws, caught at 30. Hit and taken down about the 25. Will bring up a 4th and 10. 4th and 9 maybe.
It's a good hit by number 11, Felix Cap.
I think that's 17.
Was it 17?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Ty Nelson, yeah.
Yep.
He came up with a good head of steam, put a pretty good look on him.
Fourth and 9 from the 24-yard line. This time we got 1 to the near side, trips to the left. 4th and 9, Washington from the shotgun. Oh, going to be flushed, and Mariners will take over.
I think the ball came out.
It really wouldn't matter at that point because Mariners will take over anyway. It's 4th down. Good job by the Mariner defensive line.
And I don't know if that was maybe just a quarterback draw play to try to draw the defense in, because he didn't give those receivers much time to run their routes and see if anything open. He just kind of tucked the ball, took a couple steps, and then realized he was in trouble.
Mariners take over 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. 5:14 left in the second quarter. You see the score, 16-zip. Hometown Mariners on top. In motion, Mason Walker. Left side, Tetler picks up about 2 to 3 yards.
Number 8, Troy Williams again for the tackle for the Tars.
Best suggestion for anybody to want to suggest to watch the game, go to the CTV6 Facebook page. That's the quickest way. See the on the screen there, you want to pass it along, watchctv.org. 2nd and 7. Left side, nice cutback, first down and a couple more. Charles Tigert at a down Tar.
Number 23 for the Tars is injured.
Trez Croft. Bring up a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. So we got mid-November with a 36-degree start temperature. 39 it was, and it's still 39. Checking back in for the Mariners, Anthony Ruffino, sophomore.
Way to work with the water out there. Good job.
Here are the Mariner fans thanking the water boys. So far, the 2 Mariner fumbles haven't caused any havoc on the scoreboard.
The defense has done a good job.
Yep. Man in motion this time is Rensel. Pass play, caught. Oh, nice one. Tetler, cut back, 40, 30,
Nice block.
20, 10, 5, touchdown. Zach Tetler, 65 yards from Jeffrey Heslop.
Boy, just a nice, hit him perfect in stride. But you watch that replay, that Anthony Ruffino set a key
Nice
downfield block.
Big block, yeah.
He almost blocked 2 Tars at once and just gave Zach a chance to just turn the Jets on. And off he went.
That was a pretty play.
That was very nice.
You're right about hitting him in stride there.
He didn't even
Look at
stop,
that.
and then
He had his
Renzo
guy
has the
beat
presence of mind
right
to turn
here.
around,
Boom.
throw a block.
Yeah.
Done deal. That is awesome.
Wow. 22 zip.
How far was that, Craig?
65 yards. Mason Walker in for the point after. George Blanda style. Up. Good. 23 zip. 4:15 left if you're scoring. Should I go with a different name, or is George Blanda too old?
No. I mean, Google will probably soar on searches tonight.
Right. Well, there haven't been many head-on kickers since him.
No.
I mean,
who was the most prominent? Was it with a head-on, with a straight-on?
Well,
had the NFL record for years.
Oh yeah, well he kicked against the Detroit Lions. That was Tom Dempsey.
Yeah, he sure did.
The infamous game where they lined up to kick a 63-yarder and people were laughing. And then he kicked it through the uprights. 4:15 left in the half. Scoring, as you can see on the screen, has been all Mariners. Kicking for the Mariners, Kyle Smallstig, 72. Deep for the Tars, Kayan Hammond and Darius Johnson. Squibber picked up at about the 25-yard line, straight up field. Across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 Tars. Ty Nelson on the stop. As we talked about earlier, winner of this game here tonight plays the winner of Corona Frankenmuth. And the home team Frankenmuth is the favorite. Not that it means anything, but if the Mariners were able to win this game and Frankenmuth wins, we will be on the road at Frankenmuth most likely next Friday night.
1 and 5 down here.
Hammond and Houston in front of us, 2 to the far side. Washington from the gun. Oh boy, heavy pursuit. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. Perfect, excellent coverage, meeting him with the ball.
Yeah, 66 and 68 there for the Mariners. Had a good pursuit. The quarterback just backpedaling. Leo Pastoria, Derek Schlottman again. Good pressure on that quarterback.
Loss of a yard. Troy Williams on the catch. 2nd and 11.
I think the tires are getting tired of going backwards here.
Yeah. Trips to the near side. Hammond, Houston, and Houston. 1 to the far side. Washington throws it up. Caught. Short of a first down at midfield.
Forced out of bounds by number 20, Caden Chapman for the Mariners on the far side of the field.
3rd and about 2.
So got him back to manageable 3rd down range.
From the 49, need to get to the other 49.
1 and 5 to the near side.
2 right, 2 left. Houston in the backfield. Washington. Oh, heavy pursuit. Incomplete, it looks like out of bounds. Yep, out of bounds.
Well, the Tars just focusing on just, what's worked for them in the past. But, man, heavy pass offense.
Well, the thing that becomes problematic in almost any football game, though, is if you can't run the ball and get a couple yards on a 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
They may go for it here. I don't know.
Now here's a position you know if you really want the first down, you're not willing to punt it. Here's a fake punt opportunity.
Right. But not when you're on the 3-yard line.
Not when you're on your own 3. No.
4th and 2 from the 49 for the Tars. Just a couple minutes left to play in the half. I think they're just running a regular offense. Can't say I blame him. Low snap can be an offense false start, I'll bet.
Yep.
Yep.
The end on this side didn't have his hand down.
4th and 7. It's a killer there.
It sure is.
You almost feel sorry for him.
4th and 7.
Caden Chapman checks back in for the Mariners.
Brock Oshelin running off, number 34.
4th and 7 from the 44. See if they change their mind and punt. I don't know. It's not a bad position. Looks like they will go for it. 2 wideouts right and 2 left. With Troy Williams in the backfield. Malik Washington takes a snap. Throws incomplete.
Oh, man. Good pressure by Mason Walker there.
Well, the thing there, too, is it's almost like the quarterback, you could see he had it in his head, I got to get rid of it.
Yeah, that internal clock was clicking.
Yeah.
I think he's been hit so many times, but boy, Mason did a good job of coming off that end. Just all of a sudden, it's like instant pressure on that quarterback, and it's going to be hard for him to manage a game back there when he's got that much orange and black in your face.
There's a sideline camera, Bruce Holliday. Good look at the offense with Coach Letzen on the field there. 1st and 10 Mariners from the 44-yard line with 2:21 left in the half. CTV 6 game of the week. Charles Tiger split out near side. Ruffino. I can't tell the other number. Got a man in motion. Pass play going deep. Oh, boy. That, just a little too far. He'd have hit him in stride there. He'd have been gone.
Yep. Good arm strength there. Definitely had enough mustard on it, that's for sure.
2nd and 10. Ruffino comes off. Nolan Disselrath on. Left side, nice one, Tiger. Got a penalty marker down, might be a face mask.
Close to a first down there for Tiger.
51 grabbed him first.
Number 51, they're saying. Javier Johnson.
Another face mask penalty will make it 1st and 10 Mariners. Pretty close to the red zone. Just outside of the 22-yard line.
Mariners hoping to throw another couple.
Yeah.
Another 7 up on the board here before halftime.
Mason Walker comes near side, split out. Man in motion, Tiger. Tiger's got it. About 11 yards on the carry, out of bounds.
Just getting that edge over there.
Yeah.
You know, he's so quick with that handoff that he gets around that big defensive end there.
Yeah.
And there's no way he's going to catch Tiger from the back.
Hincher comes in for the Mariners. Tetler and Rensel come off.
And the number 57, Tiger just ran right by him.
Mariners are so good from the perspective of the coaching and the getting the kids in the proper position.
Yep.
I formation for the Mariners. Pass play, looking to the end zone.
Oh, he's got him.
A little deep.
Yep.
Flag is down.
It's intended for number 25 for the Mariners, Nolan Disselrath. Had him. Just another, just one extra step was definitely behind his defender. Looks like we're going to have a penalty against the Mariners here.
Holding call. Bring up a 1st and about 20. 1st and 19. 18. First and 23, they're saying. Sorry about that one. 2 to the far side, man in motion. Heslop rolling, throws. Intended that time for Charles Tiger, didn't complete. Broken up that time by number 11, Darius Johnson.
So the biggest third down of the game here for the Mariners.
2nd down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Second.
Again, down was
Yep,
over
that's
with
right.
the penalty. Yep. 2nd and 23 from the 25. A lot of former Mariners watching the game here that I can see on Facebook. We see you. We see you, Mariner fans.
Again, we've got the trustee every week from down in Florida. We got another flag here.
Another flag, yeah. About the 25-yard line. Holding again. Minute 4 left. We'll bring up a 2nd and about 30.
Geez, just not typical of Marine City here. Now we have a couple of fumbles so far in the game, but was that third penalty of the game? 3rd or 4th?
Yep. From the 35-yard line, you have to get to the 3. So 2nd and 33 inside of a minute. Clock running, as you can see. Mariners don't want to give the ball up, but here we go. Timeout, Marine City. I think we got 10 guys on the field.
I don't know. I saw a Mariner there. Let's see, 1,
I think
2,
that's
3,
what it
4,
was.
5,
I think there's
6,
10.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Coach Letson not happy with something there.
No.
So it'll be 2nd and 33 from the 35 with 37.7 left.
Trying to listen down there to see if we can hear some. If we get a Frankenmuth update yet. I've looked. I haven't seen anything yet. So
hopefully after the half. Okay, this time we'll have Ruffino and Tigert split out to the far side. Rensel in the backfield.
Boy, the Tars having a hard time getting back here on the field.
So the Rensel and Tetler in the backfield. Speed and space, right?
That's what you strive for.
Man in motion's I'm sorry, it's Tetler. Going deep. Intended that time for number 4. Ruffino's looking for a little holding call there.
Third down.
I almost wonder if they don't run a play here, run it down. If you don't get it, go for it on 4th down with almost no time left.
Yeah. You pin them deep.
This time we'll have Ruffino and Kretschmar to the far side, Tiger to the near side. First guy through, not a whole lot, about 5 yards up to about the 30. Rensel on the carry.
The clock continues to run.
I think they'll call a timeout with like a second or 2 left. And run a 4th down. You got nothing to lose here, right?
No, nope. It looks like that's what they're going to do. So far in the first half, scoring's been all Marine City. We started it off with a 75-yard kickoff return. Number 26, Tettler, in the opening kickoff of the game. He was also good for the 2-point conversion. That put the Mariners up 8-0, only 12 seconds into the game. The next score came from Charles Tiger, 1 minute 32 seconds left in the first. Again, 2-point conversion coming from Nolan Disselrath, 16-0, Mariners led. And we head into the second quarter. Tettler had a 65-yard pass from Jeffrey Hessup with 4:15 left in the half. Mason Walker added the extra point. That puts us at the current score, 23-0. Mariners lead, 2.6 seconds here left in the first half. Mariners will probably get one more play, and we'll head into halftime.
Coach Letson, along with Brendan Kay there, the quarterback's coach, talking to the offense with Heslop and company. Maybe they'll pull some trick play out even. Good spot to have some open space here. Mariners have the weapons.
They sure do, and I know from a coaching perspective, you know, you're seeing some things that aren't very characteristics of the Mariners. So, you know, definitely things to work on.
Gotta clean it up.
Yeah, typically this deep into the playoffs, you know, 2 fumbles, you know, maybe a little bit of
holding calls.
Yeah, that's not going to be easy to recover from. Moving on from here.
Tigert near side. Man in motion coming left. Heslop under pressure. He's got somebody throwing deep. Jump ball. No, incomplete in the end zone. Intended that time for Charles Tigert.
Did a good job rolling out of the pocket, you know, and give himself a little bit more time as he got back up to that line of scrimmage. So into halftime we go. Mariners lead 23-0.
Sorry, that was Kretschmar in the end zone. We'll be back for the second half.
North Star Bank, your local community bank serving St. Clair, Sanilac, Huron, and Washtenaw counties. When you need a local community bank for home loans, checking, savings, and other banking needs, North Star Bank is the community bank that you want to deal with. The bank that will take care of all your personal and business needs. North Star Bank has a new mobile application that you can download to make banking even easier. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Member FDIC.
St. Clair Chevrolet Buick GMC wants to welcome you back.
And we've taken all necessary precautions to keep our customers safe and comfortable.
Because we really do care in St. Clair.
Lease a Chevy Equinox for $268 a month.
Just sign and drive.
Or choose the all-new Buick Encore GX for $209 a month. Even lease a GMC Acadia $229 a month.
And we'll deliver to your home or office. Plus, shop all our inventory online.
We are way closer than you think.
Here we go. Craig Zimmerman, Jesse LeBoon for the second half. You can see the score. It was all Mariners in the first half, Jesse.
Yeah, Mariners come out with a nice, comfortable 23-0 lead here to start off the second half.
And I would imagine that Coach Letson and the crew in the halftime were of the ilk of, let's not let up here. Let's go 4 quarters, because it's that time of year that you got to go 4 quarters.
4 quarters, and you got to keep the pressure on. You know, I'm sure they weren't happy with a couple things they saw. So there was no celebrating in there.
Fix a few things and get a little bit better. Small Stig to kick. Squibber. Pretty good bounce there.
Yeah, hit one of that front linemen. Looked like in the foot. A 54 for the Tars was able to recover and fall on it. Zarius Carr.
1st and 10 Tars will take over just north of midfield at the 44-yard line.
Good field position to start here, but we'll see if Mariner defense can maybe pin them back. They've done an excellent job so far tonight, keeping them on their heels. A couple big plays they let up, but even during those plays there, I think they were broken plays, and they had good pursuit, good pressure on the quarterback.
Mariners playing with 3 down men. They got Pastoria, Osterlin, and Schlottman up front. Got a couple there. Linebackers coming as well. Got Renzel up on the line. He backs off. Washington from the shotgun.
Number 5.
Actually, direct snap on a.
Number 5, yeah.
Yep. That was Dwight Houston on the carry. Going to give him about 2 on the play. 2nd and 8. Ball spotted right at the 46-yard line, far side hash mark. Opening set of downs, second half.
12 is on the sideline. I don't know who's going to.
Saw the Mariners there in that opening play there. Defense just showing different looks, playing a little cat and mouse, not trying to disguise, what they're going to run.
Nice clear night, 39 degrees. 3 down men again. From the shotgun they go. The Tars 2nd and long. Left side.
Again,
not much
snap
there, maybe a yard. They're going to give him 2 yards. Looked like a pretty.
Mariners not fooled by that direct snap to number 5. His first opening plays here, starting from after halftime.
Give him a couple yards. 3rd and 6. From the 48. Those numbers are ridiculous.
Yep.
Denby probably has less than 100 yards offense in the first half.
Number 5's going to line up for the snap.
Yep. Dwight Houston, the quarterback. Reverse play, but I think it's going to come back for a false start.
Yeah.
I think a 3rd and 11. There's a replay. I don't think it was going to go for much anyway.
I don't think so either.
There's so many things that the Mariner coaching staff does before they show up for practice on Monday.
And a lot of work and preparation.
That is a lot of the things that I don't think, and even maybe you or I may not know all of it, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on that before they show up for practice on Monday, they already got plans and they've seen enough tape and
exactly.
They're drawing it up. They're looking at tendencies and what they do in like in a 3rd and 11. What do they usually run in 3rd and long? 2-man backfield with shotgun. Direct snap near side. Got a holding call, but I don't think it's going to matter. They'll probably decline it. Bring up a 4th down and about 14.
3 or 4 Mariners are just giving out some punishment on it. You know, that running back tried to make the end and realized he wasn't going to make it around the corner, tried to turn back, and had a whole wall of orange and black just waiting for him.
Ball spotted at the 40. Yep, holding will be declined because it's 4th down.
I'm going to assume the Tars are going to punt here. But probably shouldn't assume, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Big, I saw this score earlier. Detroit King 50, East Point 6.
Oof.
That wasn't something that they might have expected. Tigert deep for the Mariners. They're going to go for it
again.
Going to be short by about 6. You know, you got 4th and 14, and you've done not much at all on offense.
Yeah, it's second fake punt of the game. No, third, actually, right?
Yeah.
Neither of them produced.
Shy of the midfield to be 1st and 10 Mariners from the 47-yard line. Half a field to work with.
And I think the MO for the Mariners is to come out, you know, be clean, crisp on offense, you know, try to get the running plays, let that clock run. And Tigers on the sideline here. They haven't seen him yet. He is wide open. There is nobody covering him. He's going to go for a touchdown here.
Except they didn't see it.
Except they didn't see him.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah, there's still no guy out there.
Right. Just hiding in plain sight.
There's going to be somebody. Yeah, they're coming over.
He's coming now. Tars dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, he could have just about walked. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 from the 45. Thrown out in front of Tiger, bring up a 3rd and 8.
3rd down.
Clock stops, 7:48 left in the 3rd. Mariners' first possession of the 2nd half. Kretschmar comes off. Nolan Ditzelrath in for the Mariners. Tigert and Ruffino split out to the near side in front of us. Rolling Heslop throws. Oh, right in the hands of Charles Tigert. Incomplete. Bring up 4th down and 8.
Yep, the intended receiver. 4 and 1 look very much like Anthony Ruffino there.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, 1s, 4s, and 7s are difficult to catch.
Yep. This will be the first punt for the Mariners tonight.
Yep. Seth Tackerberry in to punt. Tyler Wozniak back in for the Mariners. Tackerberry. Offside of his foot, going to land about the 30. Net out at about a 20-yard punt.
So 4 now for the Mariners to start here. I'm sure they want. That's not the start they wanted. They'll have to get reacclimated here, come out, see what they can do on their next set of offense. Meanwhile, Mariner defense goes to work.
Yep. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Jesse, are you aware of where Edwin Denby High School is located?
As a matter of fact, I am, Craig. It's just off of Kelly between Maross and Whittier.
There it is, just down the street from Eastland Mall. Washington back at quarterback.
Boy, a lot of time.
Yeah, all kinds of time. Might have caught it, but he only picked up about a yard.
Yeah, that's the most time he's had back there all game.
Williams on the catch. Going to give him 2, 2nd and 8. Yeah, if you go to Eastland Mall and head south about 1.5 miles. Not that you would go there, but
hey, I might. Christmas is upcoming. I have to go down and get some Christmas gifts.
2nd and 8 from the 34-yard line. Far side hash mark for the Tars.
4 to the far side. 1 and 5 to the near.
Williams far side.
Hammond's out there to the far side.
Hammond and Houston to the near side. Washington from the gun with a single back next to him. Pass play, throws it up. Boy, almost picked by Charles Tigert.
In and out of his hands there.
Looked like it was thrown to him more than anybody else. Paul Carbone, our cameraman for the team up top, came down at halftime, said that there was almost a fight on the other side during the game.
I did see a little bit of that. There was definitely some intense discussion during one of the timeouts, and I don't know if it was between two players or a player and the coach, but there's a couple players holding a rather engaged player.
I asked Paul if he saw the gentleman last week take his pads off and leave the field. That was late in the game last week. 3rd and 8 from the 34. 2 right, 2 left. Washington looks, sees a little throws. Caught.
Ooh, nice hit. Just as the ball was delivered. Ty Nelson, a good lick there on
penalty
number
marker
5.
down here somewhere.
Maybe a personal foul
I don't
on
know.
the other side
Way
of the
over
field.
there.
Yeah, it was way over there.
It will be a first down regardless of the penalty marker.
Well, that ball was just timed just right. I know Ty was just said, "Oh, catch it." He had him right in his sights. That was a massive hit.
Ball will be spotted at the 48-yard line, pending the penalty marker. Personal foul against the Mariners. Going to bring it 15 yards further. So right around the 36-yard line.
Well, the biggest play with the addition, probably the biggest play of the game for the Tars with addition to the 15-yard personal foul penalty.
37-yard line. 1st and 10, Tars. Washington from the shotgun. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Looking to run. He's going to throw it? No. Now, I'm surprised you would take a sack like that, though, too.
Again, yeah.
He needs to learn to just get rid of it.
Yeah, you do your check down. You look at your intended receivers.
Just throw it in their direction.
Yeah, one's not open, two. I mean, it's a process of elimination, and you just keep running towards the sideline, get rid of the ball.
Loss of 3 on the play brings up 2nd and 13.
As long as you're outside those tackles, right? I mean, there's no intentional grounding.
Williams goes far side. Hammond to the near side. And Williams joined by 2 more. Trips left. False start again.
Oh, I think he lined up offside. See where his foot's at?
Gosh.
Oof.
Those are like, that should, I'll use the term, that should almost never happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even especially you're on
You're
your
an
own.
offense.
Well, that and you're on your own team sidelines. You're 5 yards, from the end. Somebody should see that and say, "Hey, back up."
2nd and 18 from the 45-yard line. District final game, Detroit Denby against the hometown Mariners. Washington.
Oh, Mason
heavy
had
pressure.
Boy, you want the
ball
ball comes out.
I think the Mariners have it.
Wow.
I think they do.
You want to see a textbook swim move. You watch Mason Walker come through that line. Mariners got the ball.
Yeah.
You just saw that thing develop.
Here's a replay.
There he comes. You watch that number 10. He's the near side linebacker. He gets to that, just does a beautiful swim move there. He's creeping. Arm goes up, swim move. He's got a beeline right on that quarterback. Ball comes out. Excellent job.
Yeah.
That's the pressure you want.
That's a little demoralizing for the Tars. They had pretty good field position and then went back in a hurry. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. See what Jeffrey Heslop and the offense can do here. Offset eye for the Mariners. Man in motion this time is Rensel. Tetler will pick up about 3.
Stettler up the middle, picks up 3.
A little chippy up there on the line, I think. Some frustration coming out of the Tars.
About that time of the game.
The Tars trying to give the official a little bit of help of where the ball should be spotted.
2nd and 7. They're giving him 3 from the 37-yard line. Full house backfield for the Mariners. A little miscommunication there. Tetzler got it. Cross. First down and a couple more to about the 25.
And I think that the Tars are trying to do the same thing the Marine City defense is doing. They're crowding the line. They're trying to play a little cat and mouse. You know, people dipping in and out, not trying to show who's going to blitz, who's not going to. And Tettler finds a nice seam, gets a nice chunk play first down for the Mariners.
1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Same full house. Left side fumble. Got to clean that stuff up.
Yeah. A lot of fumbles tonight. I can't believe it. That was the previous play there.
Yep. 1st and 10 Tars from the 26-yard line. Mariners were driving.
The defense continues to go to work.
Yeah.
Got to keep the Tars off the scoreboard.
Trips to the far side, 1 to the near side. Washington from the gun. Pass play, pretty good arm.
I think the ball came out there.
Nope. They're going to give him about 3-4 yards. Why would they give him all that yardage there when he's the one that turned around?
Yeah, I don't understand that. It's not like he had forward momentum or forward progress and they drove him back. He's the one that...
He turned and ran backwards.
Correct.
He ran backwards at least 4 yards. Wow. Yeah, he did not get driven backwards.
It's a pretty generous spot, to say the least. The clock continues to run here.
2nd and 1. Williams, Houston, and Houston to the far side. Look at that one. Oh, jeez. Schlotman. Wow. Derek Schlotman again.
Not fooled by that at all, was he?
No, not at all.
Time he got the handoff or the snap, he was on top of it. A lot of orange and black in his face right there.
From his DN position, watch this. He met him as he got the ball.
Talk about quick downfield pursuit. Excellent job.
From a 2nd and 1 to 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. That spot was a nice spot. He took him. Wait a minute. That's a real crazy. I think he was 2-3 yards back.
I agree. It was another generous spot.
Yeah.
And I think you're starting to see the attrition in the lack of stamina on the offensive line here for the Tars.
3rd and 6. Ball spotted at the 30. Pass play. Whoa! Caught at the 40. Be a first down, but nice.
Another good lick by Ty Nelson.
Got him as he caught it.
5 and 17.
Surprise number 5. He's limping a little bit. That was a good catch. I was surprised he hung on to the ball. That was another nice hit by Ty there in the Marine City secondary.
And that catch was made by Dwight Houston, and he will come off the field.
And you know the next time he runs that route, that's twice he's been hit on just about the exact same route that he's going to have that ID in his head.
Right.
I better keep my head on a swivel.
Mariners still with 3 down linemen. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Washington throws, caught, picks up about 6 on the play. Williams on the catch. Here's a replay. You know, you can watch this and say, well, why are they allowing them to catch it? Well, the issue here is that they've got a lot of athletes with some speed.
Yes.
So you're going to play behind them a little bit. You give them a few yards, but you can't let them beat you.
Yeah.
And that's what the Mariners defense has done all night.
Yep. Bend but don't break. Don't let them behind you.
2nd and 4 from the 46. Pass play, caught, first down across midfield to about the 46-yard line.
Out of bounds, the clock stops. 30 seconds here left in the third quarter.
No scoring here in the third. Mariners were driving and fumbled, and the Tars picked it up, and they're on that ensuing drive. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. One left, triple trips to the right.
1, 6, and 11 to the near side.
Hammond, Morgan, and Johnson. Pass play going the other side, incomplete.
Just another awesome pressure. Number 9, Jacob Hincherik had a good shot on the quarterback. Almost got back there, almost as the ball met him. I mean, there's just no time for that quarterback to acquire a receiver, and you saw that pass was thrown very, very rushed.
2nd and 10.
Well, they've done a good job of getting that pressure on the quarterback, no matter who catches it. You know, whether it's the number 10, Johnson, or number 5, direct snap, Houston.
From the 48-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Far side.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Washington looking left all the way. Oh boy, oh boy. He didn't know where to go.
Nope.
Intended for 11.
But
he took that stutter step back. And
he did. I thought he was going to tuck it to it. At least he got rid of the ball that time.
Here's a replay of it. That was pressure there.
Had decent protection, but once you get outside that pocket, he starts going back. You're lucky you got rid of it.
3rd and 10 from the 48-yard line, far hash mark. Winner here will win the district title and go on to play most likely Frankenmuth. 2 right, 2 left. Washington, single man next to him. Throws. Oh, almost intercepted.
Number 1.
Wyatt Walker almost got a hand on that, and that defensive linebacker was jumped up. Not sure he didn't get a little piece of the ball
Picks
there.
up about 12 on the play. It'll be a first down, Tars, inside the 35 to the 34. Last play of the third quarter here. Oh, I don't know what happened to that one. Did he hit somebody on the helmet? Or
I think he tried to hold it up, and it just slipped out of his hand. So, at any rate, incomplete pass. We head to the fourth quarter.
We'll be right back. CTV 6 Game of the Week from East China Field.
Specials every day. Rooms upstairs if you want to stay. If you love music, hear it play at the good old Murphy Inn. At the good old Murphy Inn.
Looking for a great spot to enjoy lunch or dinner with fantastic daily food and happy hour specials? Look no further than the Murphy Inn in St. Clair. This is Paul, owner of the Murphy Inn. Our charming Irish pub features different food and drink specials every day of the week, plus live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday. The Inn even offers 7 unique hotel rooms complete with modern amenities, perfect for overnight stays or a weekend getaway.
There ain't no doubt we're going out to the good old Murphy Inn. To the good old Murphy Inn.
Here we are, fourth quarter on tap. Craig Zimmerman, Jesse LeBoon, Friday night from Mariner Field. Talking earlier about if the Mariners are able to hold on here for one more quarter, this will be the 50th playoff win by the Mariners. 2nd and 10 from the 34, heading to the north. 2 right, 2 left. Washington Heavy pursuit. Now throws it deep.
That's going to be out
Jump
of
ball.
bounds. No, I think he made it.
They're going to say caught.
Oh, he brought it down just
First and goal from the 10.
That ball initially.
Johnson, yeah.
We've got a flag here back also.
Going to be a hold probably.
Oof.
Negate that one. Oh boy. It's one of those ones you classify, as I said earlier, you almost feel sorry for him.
Yeah. Did a good job bringing that ball on, keeping his feet in bounds actually, but negated by the holding call.
Yep. So instead of a first and goal from the 10, it'll be second and about 20. Maybe more, no, it's longer than 20. Wow. About 25? Well, they got to get to the 30.
That had to be more
second
than
and 20.
That had to be more than a
second and 26.
Had to be a personal foul back there, not holding, right?
No,
I mean,
they called a holding
for 15 yards.
1-6 and 11 to the far side.
Trips right. That was a big penalty. Oh boy, bringing the house. Nice coverage there.
Field tackle number 20 there for the Mariners. Did a good job wrapping up Caden Chapman. Came up, made contact, kept him wrapped up.
Yep.
Didn't allow him to get any extra yards.
Give him 6 yards. Replay.
You know, sometimes if a kid's shifty like that, I mean, you come up with so much speed that you almost put yourself at a deficit.
Yeah,
he can make a move, but Caden did a good job of breaking down and just putting his shoulder into the tar and making the tackle.
Picks up 6, 3rd and 20 from the 44-yard line. Trips right, one man to the left.
1-6 and 11 on the far side. 4 on the near side.
Oh boy, they're bringing him. They're bringing him. There we go.
66-68. Now
they're
going to
get
a flag there.
It's not going to be a first down though, if it's a face mask.
Man, Leo Pastoria was there all over me.
Yep.
As soon as that quarterback turned, he had nowhere to go with it.
Well, it's going to be a 1st and 10 from about the 45, and even if you tack 15, 5, 10, 15, it'll be 4th down and about 15.
Curious to see. It is going to be a face mask, yeah. It didn't even look like there was that much holding going on. It was more hit and falling to the ground, but
I think it's a 5-yarder.
Incidental?
I think.
I think he's got to go off. Unless they called a timeout.
As I said, even if it's a 15-yarder, it's nowhere near being a first down. Because he lost about 10 on the play, and it was a 3rd and what? So they're going to say 3rd and 15, 14. From the 39-yard line.
Yep, it was a 15-yard penalty.
Yep.
You're correct, Greg. It's still got a long 3rd and 15.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like we got
Timeout.
a timeout.
I'm guessing it's Denby timeout. There's no chatter about a timeout on this side of the ball.
I don't see an
Where it's an
indication
official timeout, looks like. Are they pulling the player off that was down?
I think so.
That's what it looks like.
Number 52, that's what I was saying. I thought he had to, yeah, he's going off for a play. See the numbers a little bit better, Craig, with a pair of binoculars.
Yeah. Well, they are outlined with a little black, but it's so thin that you can't see it from up here.
Correct.
Marine City and Edwin Denby High School of Detroit in a district final game. Winner goes on to play a regional game next week, most likely at Frankenmuth.
We have not got a score update yet, have we?
We got 3rd and 15 from the 39.
One to the far side.
Hammond to the far side. Houston to the near side.
4 to the near side.
Delay a game.
Delay a game coming.
Ah.
That is ridiculous. Man.
The last I heard up here, Craig, 35-0 Frankenmuth, and I don't know at what point of the game they're in, but they are blanking Corona as of the last news I received.
So we're now at a 3rd and 20 from the 44-yard line. Ooh, a little high.
Step up.
Pass play. Nope. Skipped on the way to him.
Intended for number 5.
10 that time for Dwight Houston. Bring up a 4th and 20 from the 44. There's a replay. See if it did skip. It looked like it skipped.
It definitely
from here.
skipped, yep. He stepped up to avoid
Flush the
that pressure.
pocket,
Yep.
Yep.
Long 4th down for the Tars here.
Yeah, they haven't really punted much at all, so just play it like it's a regular play.
One time.
Yeah.
And it was a better punt than I anticipated, actually, so I don't know why you wouldn't have been doing that, but if they're going to go for it.
1 to the right, 2 to the left. Nope, we're going to go trips to the left and near side in front of us. Washington from the shotgun again. Oh boy, flushed. He's going to run it. Not going to get too far. It'll be a turnover on downs at about the 36-yard line.
10 grabbed him and held him on.
Be a little turnover on downs.
Mariner defense doing a heck of a job pitching a shutout here.
It sure did. That was even though that broken play, he got a little more yardage on there than I thought he would. The Mariners defense again got good pressure back there, flushed the pocket on the quarterback. He stepped up and got about 10 of what he needed. He only needed 11.
1st and 10 from the 37 for the Mariners. I'd like to note the 2020 varsity cheer team: Melody Carrier, Madison Chapeldine, Cheyenne Conklin, Jordan Curtis, Emily Fullington. We'll get the rest in a minute here.
4 to the near side.
Ruffino split out near side.
3.
Up the gut. That's Rensel on the carry. Other cheerleaders: Gabriella Hartman-Randa, Christina Hoover, Charlie Hopkins, Grace Mars, Brianna Miller, Haley Novak, Ashlyn Sonnefeld, Lily Swenson, Grace Whiteknight, Cora Wright, and the coaches of the 2020 varsity cheer team are Heather Mills, Melissa Westbrook, and Ashley McPherson. 2nd and 5. Rensel, first down. Cross to the 49-yard line.
Clock continues to run. Good clock management here by Jeffrey and the Mariners. 8:46 counts down. First down. Clock will stop until they get the chain set. Chains aren't set, but the official already indicated start the clock again.
To the far side.
Nobody's on them.
Mason Walker
far out.
split out.
Yeah, they're going to cheat over there and cover him.
Tiger near side.
26.
Tetler. Give him 3, maybe 4 or 5. Run out of bounds.
A good couple yards after initial contact. He made contact about the 50, and it looks like he got up to about the
46.
Yeah.
Yep, for 2nd and 6.
Good job staying on his feet.
Full house backfield for the Mariners. Man in motion going wide. Up the gut. Rensel up to about the 40, going to bring up a first down. Chains will move.
Good job. Credit to that offensive line again, getting that hole open for Anthony. This is perfect here. You know, these 10, 12-yard plays, clock grinds. Just take care of the football, grind that clock down.
First and 10 from the 40. Three-man backfield. Keeper by the quarterback. Heslop, give him about 2 or 3.
15 on the tackle for the Tars. Antonio Russell.
Give him 3, 2nd and 7. From the 37-yard line, 1 left for the Mariners. Man in motion this time is Renzel. Handoff Tetler, left side. Oh man, beautiful blocking. Inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line. Sophomore Zach Tetler.
Did a good job watching that, you know, using his good field of vision. Once he got in there, just kind of read the hole, turned it upfield. Again, just another good play for the Mariners. Keep that clock moving.
Mason Walker split out near side along with Renzel in motion. Heslop, first sack of the night. Stepped up out of the pocket and got caught by one of the Tars.
Number 15, I think it looks like Antonio Russell again. And I thought he was going to get that ball off quick, but he tucked it. And they were grabbing for the bomb.
Second and 10, going to be 2nd and 16, I'm going to say. From the 33-yard line. As we talk, there's a sideline cam. Bruce Holliday on it. Coach Letson, along with Brendan Kay. And anytime you see legs like that on a coach, you know,
it's got to be Nesbitt.
Bill Nesbitt. November, I got 3 layers on. He walks around like it's summertime. 2nd and 17, they're calling it. They better hurry up here because they blew the whistle. Changed it to 16. Got 2 wide out to the left for the Mariners. Man in motion. Tetler.
Get that edge
turns
there.
the corner up to about the 22-yard line.
Forced out of bounds by number 6, Michael Morgan.
Give him 9 on the carry. Bring up a 3rd and manageable 4. Full house backfield. Heslop under center. First guy through, left side.
Renzel bounces out.
Oh, really nice bounce. Inside to about the 8-yard line. Still going into about the 5. Anthony Renzel, the senior. He got a good seam by the offensive line there on the left side, and then he pranced his way about another 12 yards.
Even after he got 3 Tars on his back, he was still fighting to get into the end zone.
Yeah, those numbers do not look nearly as tough from that camera angle. You can see the black. You can't see the black up here on the numbers. First and goal from the 6-yard line. Heslop lined up, which Tigers got it inside to about the 3.
That snap looked a little funny there.
I was watching Heslop to make sure the number was 8, and it was. He was wide out with Mason Walker. 2nd and goal from the 3. Sounds like the other area game is not going as planned by the Port Huron High Big Reds. They're getting shellacked by De La Salle 29-0. 4:37 left in this game, and we have a timeout, 2nd and goal from the 3. You know, I was looking at some numbers and talking about different games and scores and records, and you know, I think back, and I said this a long time ago, but if we hadn't run into Orchard Lake St. Mary's about 3 years in a row, I would say there would have been another state championship. From 99 to 01, Marine City lost 4 games, 1 to Marysville and 3 to Orchard Lake St. Mary's in regional games.
So that perpetual wall, we just couldn't seem to get through, right?
Well, those are a little bit different teams, and they're kids from all over the country.
Yeah, school, the school structure per se.
2nd and goal from the 3. Man in motion's Tiger. Tiger cut up, touchdown Marine City, 4:33 in the game. Makes it 29-0.
Tiger puts Marine City on the board here on a what seemed to be a pretty slow second half.
Mariners on their way to playoff win number 50. 5-0.
There's the band.
Point after by Mason Walker. Hold is Charles Tiger.
Whistle. No ensuing kick.
Something about the boat.
I got the lights on. They're supposed to shut those off.
Who's in charge of that?
I don't know. The kids are up there not paying attention, I think.
If they don't settle it down, they'll probably give them a penalty.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Lights off.
There they go. Lights are off.
Good job, boys.
Hope that captain doesn't get fired. Point after.
Looks good.
Looks good from here, and it's 30-0. Hometown Mariners on top.
Mason, perfect for extra points so far tonight. 2 for 2.
CTV6 proud to bring you this district final game here from Mariner Field in what looks like will be their 50th playoff win and what looks like will be the lone Blue Water area team in the playoffs for at least one more week.
We had a flag there on the player saying personal foul. Didn't see what team it was addressed to.
Find out pretty quick here where they line it up, right?
Sure.
Yeah, let's see. Looks like they're backing up.
Marine City will kick off from the opposing 45.
Which should be able to get it into the end zone, probably.
Small stick to kick off again for the Mariners.
Here we go. Final 4:33. Squibbed, picked up at about the 20. They're going to fumble Ruski here, or what are they?
Yeah, they're going to try a little.
Manufacture something, right?
Going them out of bounds at about their own 41. He just carrying that thing, flopping it around. You better watch it.
Yeah.
Watch that ball's come out tonight.
Yeah. We got Mariners, according to CTV6 Facebook page from all over the country watching. Some big numbers watching. We got them from Colorado. We've got them from Florida. 1st and 10, Tars from the 41-yard line.
Speaking of the boat, I do believe the former captain of that boat is watching today from Florida.
Did we get a happy birthday to Chuck Windsor for his 80th? Happy birthday, Chuck.
Happy birthday, Chuck. No better way to watch the Mariners go on to a district title here. 4:22 here left in the fourth.
We got one right, man in motion, two to the left. Washington from the gun throws it short. Looked like a double pass almost. Taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he wanted to throw, but I'm not even sure that would have been legal. I think that the first pass was maybe a yard forward, so even had he thrown it, I think that may not have been legit.
Watch a replay. He's at the. They're at the.
That's pretty close, maybe.
Looked like he was. Didn't go as planned.
I wasn't looking downfield. I don't know if he didn't have any open receivers.
2nd and 13 from the 38-yard line. Clock ticking, as you can see. Now this team, I don't know, they didn't look as bad as a shutout to me.
Right. They definitely have some athletes.
Yeah. From the gun.
Defense just done a good job of keeping them contained.
Yeah. Pass play caught.
It's a really late shuffle
Yeah,
pass.
really late. Give them 3 yards, can bring up 3rd, and they're saying fumble, but I don't know. 3rd and 10.
Tars just trying to make something happen with some more unorthodox plays.
2 yards, gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Andrew Jones, number 50, comes off for the Mariner defense.
3rd and 10 from the 41-yard line. Looks like we've got trips to the near side, one to the far side. Washington. Oh boy. And he catches it. Out of bounds at the line of scrimmage, bring up a 4th and 10.
A really slow developing play, man. You can't give the Mariners that much time to get in the backfield. You're going to have that in your face all night. As the Tars here will attest, I'm sure.
Well, at least the quarterback's getting rid of it. Stepped out just after he caught it. 4th and 10 from the 41.
Brennan Gray hustles off for the Mariner defense, getting a couple reps in there.
Only 1:40 left in the game. Pressure, throws, caught. Did get a first down across to the 45-yard line. Clock stops.
Scott Kretschmar on the tackle, number 7 for the Mariners.
Mariners bend, don't break defense. Giving up a little bit, but not much.
I've seen they shuffled some underclassmen in and around there. That's not the starting defense, so it's good reps for those kids.
1st and 10 from the 45. Pass play caught around midfield.
Oh, going the wrong way. That's gonna,
caught again.
I don't think that's.
I was going to say, is that even legal?
I don't think so. That was a forward pass. That wasn't even. I don't know why they would let that play go on like that.
It didn't look.
Got a couple of passes complete there.
Couple passes, yeah.
Well, there's a forward pass right
definitely.
there.
And he threw it back to the quarterback. Anyway, it's 2nd and 1.
Referee wasn't in the best spot, you know, to see it. Tried a little flea flicker, and he's got some. Had some orange and black. Oh,
intercepted. There you go. That'll pretty much.
7
put an end to it with 33 seconds remaining.
Number 17, Ty Nelson, with a couple of good hits. What a great game he's had. Pretty much seals it up here for the Mariners with the game-ending interception. Mariners will take over 1st and 10 with 33 seconds left.
And basically down it probably twice. Well, Mariners will win their 50th playoff game here and will go on to their umpteenth regional final. We'll get the number for you there by next week. We hope that Frankenmuth still has room for us in the booth because we did it from up there 2 years ago.
Yeah, we sure did.
They down it. I don't think that they'll put a fight up and do anything with it. So we will actually go over and introduce the district champs here as they announce and hand out the trophy.
Yeah, the only score we had here in the 4th quarter was Tigert from 4 yards out, 4:33 left in the 4th. Mason added his 2nd consecutive of the game, extra point. And Mariners go on to win this one 30-0.
So we will watch the ceremony here at midfield as they hand off the trophy to the winning Mariners, and see if you get on camera the shooting of the cannon and the little bit of what the team does here. Watch them all fall over, right, Jess?
Yep.
So the Mariners live to see another game here with a final of 30-0, as you see on your screen. They will face off against Frankenmuth. Tentative time most likely will be 7 o'clock Friday night from Frankenmuth High School. There you go. One thing that has changed at Frankenmuth, they have artificial turf now. They did not have it 2 or 3 years ago when we played.
Yeah, that was a pretty messy situation up there.
Let's acknowledge these 2 fine teams for their achievements this year and their play today.
Special thanks to the Chain Gang.
And
bundled up. Lyle Osterlin. It's like Frank Clemente.
You can tell by their walks, can't you?
Yeah.
We would like to thank the crew in the booth. As we talked about earlier, we've got a whole host of them. We've got Bruce Holliday serving as the executive director, Paul Dingeman, along with Troy Voigt, Austin Barney, Kenny Young, Dean Folletti, Sam Tricomo, and the rest of the crew. Here we go with the presenting of the trophy from our superintendent and athletic director. As long as Frankenmuth has room for us, we will be broadcasting live from Frankenmuth High School Friday night and hope to bring you that game. And if the Mariners are able to bring a victory home in the regional final, we would be back home for a semifinal game.
Yeah, I was looking at those points today. I was wondering how that was going to work over for the crossover there. So.
Here are the captains. Mason Walker.
Charles Tigert.
Charles Tigert.
And number 3, Anthony Rensel.
Number 3, Anthony Rensel. Number 4, Anthony Rufino. Number 5, Daniel.
They're announcing the whole team.
Number 7, Scott Kretschmeyer. Number 8, Jeffrey Heislip. Number 9, Jacob Hincherik. Number 10, Mason Walker. Number 11, Felix Kapp. Number 12, Keegan Leach. Number 13, Brendan Gray. Number 17, Ty Nelson. Number 18, Dallas Queener. Number 19, Darren King. Number 20, Caden Chapman. Number 21, Wyatt Walker. Number 22, Nathan Miller. Number 23, Ben Williams. Number 25, Nolan Disrat. Number 26, Zachary Tutler. Number 27, Nathan Matevia. Number 28, Parker Atkinson. Number 30, Cole Smallstig. Number 33, Trent Nelson. Number 34, Brock Osterlin. Number 40, Alexander Tiger. Number 41, Connor Fournier. Number 42, Darius Watson Jr. Number 44, Joseph Corbett. Number 50, Andrew Jones. Number 51, Cole O'Croy. Number 52, Aiden Walker. Number 53, Griffin Schulte. Number 54, Luke Pastoria. Number 55, Jeremy Westrick. Number 56, Tyler Wozniak. Number 57, Nicholas Berman. Number 66, Leo Pastoria. Number 67, Benjamin Simons. Number 68, Derek Schlattman. Number 69, Noah Stevenson. Number 70, Seth Packberry. Number 73, Kyle Smallstick. Number 77, Carter Ames. Number 78, Connor Mason. Number 80, Ryan Powder. Number 81, Matthew Simons. Number 84, Brandon Williams. Number 85, Hunter Tucker. Number 88, Caleb Curtis. Head coach, Darren Lester. Defensive coordinator, Dave Friend. Other assistant coaches, Andy Shield, Jim Heislip, Tony Scarcelli, Dave Oosterlin, Bill Nesbitt, Tim Lolito, Brandon Kay, John Kretschmeyer, Lisa Shield, Corey May, Dave Walker, Jesse Laboon, Paul Carbon, and Dave Volkman.
And ladies and gentlemen, there are your 2020 district champ Marine City Mariners. As we said, we will be there at Frankenmuth High School most likely next Friday, 7 o'clock for the regional final. From East China Stadium, Mariner Field, I'm Craig Zimmerman. He is Jesse Laboon. Good night. 30-0 Mariners on top.
This CTV Sports presentation has been brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware. And by CTV Community TV in Marine City in St. Clair.
I'm Dr. Lee Batcheldor, Chief Medical Officer for Ascension River District Hospital. I'm speaking to you on behalf of the hundreds of outstanding physicians, associates, and volunteers who provide personalized, compassionate, high-quality health care at our beautiful hospital on South River Road. We've been proudly serving this community for more than 50 years. Even more important, we plan to continue serving this community for a long time to come. Always remember that we are here when you need us, 24 hours a day, right here, right now, today, and in the future.
During the coronavirus pandemic we are currently living through, Ascension River District Hospital, our associates, and the Ascension, Michigan family in large are appreciative of the opportunity to sponsor our local sports teams and the live presentation of these events by CTV Cable Channel 6.